policy that made no sense to Indian tribes who had never been confined to one geographic area unless they did so by choice. And when they rebelled, the American military concentrated their efforts on total annihilation of the Indian problem, as evidenced by General William Tecumseh Sherman's order to General Canby's troops during the Modoc War of 1872. He wrote, "You will be fully justified in their utter extermination." Sherman's prediction was not long in coming to pass where the Red River flows. Yet there was a time when explorers entered a pristine river valley 400 miles long, where nature and man lived in particular harmony. Early white adventurers and Spanish missionaries from Mexico City wrote about the Red, the only record we have of what someone might experience paddling a canoe along quiet shores lined with bulrushes through the land of the Kiowa. Part 1. Chapter 1. Elias McBee dipped his paddle into the smooth crimson water without taking his eyes from the shoreline. He was sure he saw movement somewhere in a stand of slender oak trees on a ridge to the north. Their bull-hide canoe swished through the Red's quiet waters like a knife through warm butter, despite its wide beam. Seth Booker sat in the prow, muscular arms paddling easily, as if he experienced no fatigue from previous weeks of travel against strong, steady currents. His sable skin bore a sheen of sweat catching late afternoon sunlight, and gave the giant mulatto an aura not unlike the dark, oiled barrel of the Whitney rifle lying near his feet. "I'd nearly swear I saw something up yonder," Eli said. "This sun can play tricks on a man's eyes," Seth warned as he studied the same wooded ridge. "I ain't seen nothing move. Maybe it's the light." It was true, the way a setting sun sometimes brought changes to even the most familiar shapes. It had been a dry fall, and the sun was gauzy, dropping toward the earth through a haze of dust on the horizon, splashing colored light on bare ground, painting an occasional tree trunk with ochre hues, turning fall oak and maple leaves into sizzling displays of brilliant reds and dazzling yellows as though they were ablaze. The beauty of a western sunset never ceased to enthrall Eli, particularly in this land of flaming reds and softer pastels. Even the land itself was blood-colored as they traveled farther west. Where the land turned red, they were warned to be on the lookout for savages. Red land meant red men along this river, according to Moses Walker. Mose had traveled this river once before with the crazy Frenchman Giraud. Mose warned them that Indian savages riding wiry little horses watched every foot of the way when you entered their territory. Eli paddled slowly, examining the ridge. Once he glanced down to the Colt Patterson revolver lying atop a bundle of traps, its frame mottled by time and weather. The pistol wasn't accurate for any distance, but at close range, a properly charged .36 caliber ball made a hell of a hole. For long-distance shooting, a Whitney .54 caliber, like the ones they carried, could center a raven's eye on the wing in the right pair of hands. He watched the trees backgrounded by the soft colors of the sky, trees glazed gold from the sun with leaves of crimson, orange, burnt umber, and lightly freckled browns. Blue shadows forming beneath leafy limbs turned to slate where no sunlight penetrated, a soft gray spot here and there where he thought he saw something move earlier. He couldn't be sure. The gentle gurgle of Seth's paddle passing through sluggish current distracted Eli from a closer look at a shadow beneath a sinewy branch. Then he saw another movement, and a splash of blue as a jay flitted from limb to limb, stirring the stillness with a flutter of its snow-edged wings. An oak leaf twisted on a breath of wind and fell from a branch, dancing, trembling as it swirled toward orange-red earth below. "I'm seeing things, I reckon," he told Seth in a voice tinged with relief. They weren't looking for a confrontation with Indians. In one of the packs they had glass trading beads and cheaply made iron knives, some colorful ribbons, items Mose told them to carry. Indians liked bright colors, and they had few iron weapons. Arrows